Hi crafty YouTubers, it's the Cranky Crafter here. My name's Sarah and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and welcome to my channel and welcome to all my new subbies. I'm so pleased to have you all here and I hope you're enjoying what I've been doing. Now I've coming on to do a make a card tutorial for you, and today we're going to do something a little bit different in my card tutorials, in the case that the Stampin' Up and coming up in the autumn winter catalogue has these adorable little mini pizza boxes, and they are so cute in the fact that they can hold 3x3 cards and envelopes. And Stampin' Up have also released envelopes for 3x3 cards, which fit perfectly in your little boxes like so, and fit 3x3 cards. Well, these are the cards we're going to be making today, and this stamp set is a new stamp set also. Eat, Drink and Be Merry, and this one is from the Merry Little Labels stamp set here. So this is one of the stamp sets we're going to be using, and we're only going to be using a teeny tiny stamp from the Carols of Christmas, which is going to be the little holly and berries there. So we're going to be using that stamp, and we're going to be using this one here, Eat, Drink and Be Merry. And then we're going to make, not only, I've made 5, but these fit, you can fit 6 in here, so I thought I'd cram another one in here. And then we're going to make the last one of those, and then we're going to decorate the little box, pizza box, and so I can give it as a gift for somebody for Christmas, or before Christmas maybe, as a secret Santa or something, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Because then they could use the cards to give to somebody else. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how to do it. Right, you will need a piece of a very vanilla cardstock measuring 6 inches by 3 inches, and this is the thick stuff. So you need a piece of that. You will need a piece of cherry cobbler, which measures 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then you will need a piece of very vanilla, or 2 pieces actually, of very vanilla that measure 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, and that's your layers for your card. But you'll need another piece for decorating the top of the box, so we'll keep hold of this for later. Now we're going to score this at 3, so in the long side, and score it at 3 inches. This is so easy, this one, and score. And if you haven't got a bone folder and that, just use what you have. Just because they're going in a little box, you need to have them really quite, she says that didn't even work, to have them quite oops a days, you need to burnish them quite well, and because they're quite thick as well, they take a bit of burnishing. You don't see there's a grubby little mark on there, so we'll use that as the front, I think. Or is it grubby little mark there too? What's going on? That's not even straight, is it? What's going on there? Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? Let's see what I can do. Never fear. Let's try again. Get my edges. That's better. See? All sorted. Yeah, that is a little bit grubby with a little, can you see that? I know it's really bright. I'm really sorry folks, it's really bright, isn't it? There we go. Don't know if you can see it, but and then we're going to put our piece of cherry cobbler on top of there like that. So let me get the cleanest side and we'll put that to the back, and we'll use the dirtiest side on the top. Right, I'm going to use my tape runner, so you use your glue of choice. I still have not run out of these, and until I do, I won't be buying the new I won't be buying any from Stampin' Up until I've run out of these, because it'd be wasteful otherwise. I need to use them up first. So there we go. Then we're going to put this little, did you even see that? I'm sorry if you didn't. I'm going to put that aside for a second, and we're going to bring this in. Now this is how I stamp these, using the two colours. Now you can either do this on your Misty should I say, or you can do it the way I'm going to do it now, which is using the pens, the marker pens, and I'm using cherry cobbler and garden green, because they are the colours that go with the Be Merry set. So that's the colours I like to use. So first of all, we're going to use, now I've done the drink in green and this little holly there in the green, obviously holly's green. So find your fat tip on your marker, and you want to colour in the word drink. If you haven't done this technique before, give it a go, especially at Christmas time, because it's so effective on your cards. The two, you know, using your lovely stamps and creating two different colours on it. So that's the green, and then use the brush tip again. And it doesn't matter if you over get the colours a little bit over. It's not going to matter. I mean, if you want to do it absolutely perfect, then you can, you know, wipe it back off again if you need to, but I don't. So, and I've done all the others that way, so, and they look quite cool, I think, so that's fine. You might get a little transfer of different colours. Don't forget when you're doing the red to do the little berries as well. How are you guys liking the new autumn winter catalogue? I think it's fab. So now we're going to huff on it, because what happens with when you're doing the marker pens, the green obviously has been on there for quite a lot longer than, you know, you would like to when you normally stamp. So what you do is, if you huff on it like so, it actually revives the ink. So I'm going to try and do this straight without getting my head in the camera. I might not be successful, so, but we'll see. Oh well, that's not too bad, is it? No, that's all right. I like that. Now we need to do this twice, so we're going to bring in our other piece as well while we're here, and we're going to do this other piece, and this is for the top of the box, not for another card, but for the top of the box. Because when you give a gift of something like this, you know, of little cards on notelets or something, it's nice for that people, especially if you're selling them at like craft fairs and things, it's nice for the people to see what is actually on, you know, to put the front of the card actually on the top of the box, so that people can see what is inside. You know, and you can say, well, it's that design. So let's do this again. Turn it around, do the red. I am rushing this, folks, so you can take a little bit of longer to do yours. Be a bit more careful. Again, do the half. Get your piece of paper straight. So, I know it's quite bright, and my husband's fixed another light on down here for me because it was too dark. Now it's too bright. There we go, but that's perfect. So that's the two of those done. Now we're going to use the little holly and the berry, and we're going to do exactly the same technique. We're going to use the garden green on the holly leaves, like so. And then cherry cobbler for the little berries. And this one we're going to do in the corners, but we're only going to do the two corners like so, like I've done there, that one and that one there. So pick which one you like for the top and which one you like for your card. I think I use this one for the card because you don't need to do this to both. You don't need the little holly at the on the top of the box. I'll show you why in a minute. I always do that, open the wrong ends that I don't need, because our stamp markers are two-ended. You get a nice thick brush on one end, and then you get a nice thin nib, like a writing nib on the other. So you don't necessarily need to have on the holly because it's quite quick, because it's not very big, is it really? So that's those done. So now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. I'll pop a little card up. 1, 2, back on my shoe. There we go. Now always make sure that you check the opening of your card before you put your topper on. I have done it so many times where I thought, great, it's all done, picked it up to open it, and I've put it on around the wrong way. And what I mean by wrong way, where it opens that way instead of the right way. So make sure you got your opening that way, and then just line it up by eyeballing it. There we go, isn't that cute? And then I stamp on the back. I like to do this. So we're going to bring in the cherry cobbler ink. Oops, days. And we're going to just stamp a little something on the back, which is my own personal stamp. Garden green ink. I mean, you don't have to do this. If I don't do it now, I'll forget about it. So it's the Stampin' Up, and then back to the little heart on top, and for me that just finishes off my card. So, and I've done the same to all of them, so we should pop them back. Now Now we've done the cards and they're finished, so we can pop them into our box like so. Like I said, I've done them all. I need to put, actually I think I need to put an extra envelope in now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. Yes, I do need to put another one in. 5. Now these envelopes, they come in packs of 40 and they come in Whisper Whites. I wish they had done Very Vanilla as well, because this is Very Vanilla cardstock and it would have looked nice in Very Vanilla as well, but never mind, we can't have everything, can we? So they go in there like that, then the little cards go in like so, and look, six fit in there perfectly. So that's depending on how much embellishments and things that you put on the top. Well, mine are just stamped, so that's perfect. Now then, put this aside for a second. You will need a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, and this measures 2.5 by 9 3/4 inches. Then you will score at 1 3/4 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 6 1/4 inches, and 7 1/4 inches, and this is going to be your bands for around your box. So I like to have place that, place that, no, let's do it that way, yeah. Place this down there like that, and I'm going to do the join on the top because it's going to be covered up. So that's why I've done it that way. And what I'm just going to do is put some, now you can use whatever you choose to use. I'm just going to use my tape runner. So, and this is so it slips off quite easily. No, it can slip off quite easily, she says. What have I done there? Hang on. That's it. Do it a little bit looser. That's it. So I'm sorry. There you go. So it can slip off quite easily. I did it a little bit too tight, but just no biggie. Make sure they can slip it off and they can slip it back on again, because they might want to use the little box for something else after they've used the cards. So it'd be nice for them to be able to like reuse it. And now we're going to use on top of that this gorgeous snowflake. Aren't they just stunning? These are coming out also in the new catalogue, and you get 24 in a pack, and you get 12 gold and 12 silver. But also on the other side you can have them white as well if you choose to, like so. So you have 12 of the gold and 12 of the lovely silver. Aren't they just so pretty? I fell in love with these. You can cut them up, you can do all sorts with them. Let me move that for a second. Look, that's cool. They're gorgeous, aren't they? So we're going to be using one of these on the top of our box, and that's going to go straight in the middle there like so. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use some of the fine tip glue. Whoops, because it is quite delicate, this, so I'm going to use some of the fine tip, and I'm just going to put it kind of like in the middle bit, so right, and pop that on there. Now don't worry if the glue seeps through, because we're going to be covering that over in a minute. Now we go back to the other one we stamped, And what we're going to do is we're going to use our 2-inch circle punch. If you haven't got a 2-inch circle punch, use a 2-inch. You can even use a stitched, one of the 2-inch stitched circles, framelits, or you know, just a normal regular circle die. So we're going to punch that out, and it fits just lovely inside the 2-inch punch. You could even, if you have the new 2 1/4 inch, you can even use that. But for me, I'm going to be using this one, and that's going to go on top of there. And as I've got this out, I'm going to be using that. So we're going to pop that on there like that, on the top of all so days. Drink, drink, eat, drink, and be merry. And then, shall I add a bit? Yes. Just add a little bit of your, let's stick that down. If it don't stick, I think I've put enough adhesive. Just hold it down for a second. Right. Get my lovely, and just put a little bit of glitter here and there, around the edges maybe. Because you've got to have a bit of glitter, haven't you? Well, that seems to want to curl up. I don't know why. And it seems to want to curl up. I'm just going to hold it here for a sec. And there you have your lovely little box with a nice little belly band, and inside you have your note-lit cards for people to send out at Christmas. I smudged the ink a little bit because I didn't wait for it to dry properly before I put the glitter on. And you can see a little bit of glitter around the edge. Can't really see it on camera. I'm just waiting for this glue to dry. Seems to be taking a bit longer than the rest of it. Don't know why. Don't ask. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Make a card, and I think you'll agree. We've got you're in for a treat when the new autumn winter catalogue comes out, and you see that the Merry Little Labels, which is going to be new out, and also the Carols of Christmas. Now this one you can get now. So they've released this one early. You can get it early now throughout the month of August. So pop along if you want this one and go and grab it now. This one you have to wait until the 1st of September till the new autumn winter catalogue comes out. If you'd like one of those, just drop me a line and let me know. You can leave me a message under here and I'll get back to you, or you can click on my link and go over to my blog. You can leave me a message there. You can go over to my Facebook group, and both those links are in the description box down below. And over on my blog you'll find the link to my store. So thanks a lot for joining me today, and I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Give me a thumbs up if you have, and if you haven't already subscribed, give me a subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss any of my videos. So bye bye for now, folks, and happy crafting.